Okay, so my name is Mikey, first off. Um, it's awesome that Google is able to provide us with this wonderful opportunity. So, in this project, we were supposed to build a pretty basic Android application in the Android SDK. The example was a happy birthday card, so I just ran with it and also did a happy birthday card. Um, So before I dive into everything, I'm just gonna show you what mine looks like because mine is slightly different than what you did, most likely. I did some Google foo and added like animation to mine, so it's pretty cool. Check it out. Should be loading. Bam! It's a birthday card for my goddaughter. Happy birthday, Janice. Love, Uncle Mikey. Look at that smile. She's just loving life. Um, do the animate. I'll run it real quick again. Bam. See how the text zooms in? That is an animation effect. And I will show you how to do everything I've done within this Android application. And I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoy it. And just look how happy she is. Like, you gotta love that. Gotta love that. All right, so let's dive into the activity underscore main.xml file. I'll actually load up the preview. Here we go. So we were taught about relative layouts and linear layouts. I decided to go with a relative layout. Uh, the entire relative layout is matching the parent width and height, so it is wrapping the entire, well, not this part, but it's wrapping the entire view or frame, whatever the proper terminology is. As you can see, I have an image view right here. Uh, I have included an ID because it is good practice to do, but I'm not actually referencing this ID at all. It's just good practice. I would suggest adding IDs to all of your views. It is matching the parent, which makes it the full width and height. I am center cropping it as the scale type. So if you would see the actual image, it'd be slightly cropped. And the source is the drawable Janice. And to do that, I just added a picture of my goddaughter to the drawable subdirectory. So you can show and explore. It'll actually launch the folder. And as you can see, so on to the next view, which is a text view, specifically this text view. I gave it the ID Happy Birthday Janice, and I am actually referencing this ID for the animation effect, which I will explain how to do here shortly. I have the width and the height wrapping to content, so the width will never be more than the content, and the height will never be more than the content. I have it top aligned to the parent. I have it centered horizontally, so as you can see, it's centered horizontally and it's at the top of the parent. Margin top, I added 30 dips. Margin would be this area right here. It's 30 dips. I also added padding, 5 dips of padding. That would be the area right here, all around. I made the font style bold, font size 12SP. I gave it a text color of white and a background color of transparent purple. The font family, I just went with casual. It looked cool and it popped up in the autofill. And here's the actual static text. Happy birthday, Janice. And we'll move on to the next text view, which you can see down here, the Love Uncle Mikey text view. This one also has an ID. As previously stated, it's best practice to always add IDs to all of your views, whether it's image view, text view, button, etc. It's just good practice, especially if in the future you need to reference that view in some way, shape, or form. The width and height is also wrapped to content. It will never be wider or higher than the actual content within. I have it aligned at the bottom of the parent, and I also have it centered horizontally. This is the opposite of the other view. I have 30 dips of margin on the bottom. That would be this empty space right here. The padding, the text size, and the color are all the same as the other text view. So this is all the padding right here. You can see it's font size of 12 SP, and the text color is white. The background is a black with, I believe it's a 70% transparency. If I delete this B3, it'll go full black. Adding the B3 adds a, I believe it's 70%. This is called a, I believe it's called a hexadecimal alpha code. Could be wrong though. Font family again, casual, and then here's the static text. Love, Uncle Mikey. Let's watch this animation one more time, just because it's my goddaughter. It's her birthday, and it's awesome. Bam! That's legit. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is typically there is the action bar right here. I removed that, and I will show you how to do that right now. So in the res subdirectory, there's a values subdirectory, and then there is a styles.xml file. So I added no action bar right here. Previously it was dark action bar. So you can change that to no action bar, and it will strip the action bar. Or actually here. So with the action bar, this is what it looks like. Here's the happy birthday action bar. It was redundant with this, so I just removed it. So yeah, that explains the XML, the activity._xml file, all the different views and the relative layout. Now we can dive into the animation. I will quickly explain it, and then in my post I'll include links and more information on how I achieved this. Let's watch it one more time. One more time. Oh, I just can't stop looking. She's so happy. Happy birthday, Janice. All right. So I actually used some Google Foo to apply this animation effects. I found this tutorial. Android animation example. They have a bunch of pre-made animations, fade in, fade out, cross-fading, blink, zoom in, zoom out, and so on. Here are the different pre-made ones. So this is fade in, this is fade out. Here's their XML file. You can see it's slightly different than the ones we built. It's a relative layout wrapped within a scroll view. Ours is slightly different. And then here is the Java file that does some of the magic. Mine's a lot more simplified than theirs. Um, in this actual entire example, they have a bunch of buttons, and pressing the button, they have on-click listeners that trigger the animations. I'm actually just triggering the animations on app creation, so mine's a lot more simple. Um, I'm a Python and PHP developer by trade. I don't know if that's the right word. I dabble in some C Sharp too. My Java isn't that great, but once you get comfortable with a few languages, it's typically easy to dive into other syntaxes. I will go over my Java file and how I achieved what I did, and I'll also include this link and other resources in my posts in case you need help or have any questions. So let's move on to the zoom in animation, which you can, one more time, last time I promise. See how it's kind of like zooming in? Uh, it's really small here, and then it's really zoomed in here. So that functionality is done here. Well, this defines how to do it. The zoom underscore in.xml file. So what I did was create an ANIM subdirectory within the RES subdirectory, and I created this XML file. It's very similar to theirs. I slightly modified mine. So here's theirs. So you'll see that I actually changed the scaling from 3 to 2.5, and I also increased the duration from 1000 to 2000. So mine zooms in more slowly, not too slow though. And then here is my main activity.java file. As you can see, it's a lot more simplified than in the provided tutorial. It also looks different than what yours will look like. Yours, oops, yours probably looks like this or something similar. Uh, your domain will be different than mine, and your project name and everything. But I'll quickly give you a broad overview on what I did here, and then we'll be done. I'll make a posting in the community forum, and I'll leave, yeah, if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. So first off, I imported 4 different classes: the view class, the animation class, animation utils class, and the text view class. Right here, I am defining an animation variable. Here, I am defining 2 text view variables. And then the onCreate method. Here's the typical stuff: loading the activity underscore main.xml file. Right here is where the magic happens. So here's happy birthday, Janice. I'm finding this view by ID. So you can see the happy birthday Janice ID right here. I am then doing the same thing for the love Uncle Mikey ID. I'm searching for that view, which is right here. And then I am loading the animation utils class, load animation, the get application context method. And right here is where it loads in the zoom underscore in.xml, which defines the scale, which defines the scaling and pivoting on the X and Y axes and the duration and all that. And then right here is where I am setting the visibility and starting the animation. All of this on create, which gives you this effect. All right, this is the last time, I promise. So yeah, that pretty much covers it. I try to do it fairly quickly, but it looks like I'm already at 15 minutes. It's only supposed to be a 5-minute video. I apologize for that. I will include the source code for this file, this file, this file, and this file in my posts. I'll also embed a video, this video that I'm recording, and also include some contact information in case you need some help. Like I said, I'm more of a Python and PHP developer. My C# is pretty good. I haven't had much experience with Java, but like I said, once you know a few, you can dive into them all. I feel like, at least. So yeah, that should be it. I hope you enjoyed my happy birthday card. Okay. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can contact me in the Slack discussion that we have. I'm from Michigan, so I'm part of the Michigan group. And yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do on all of this. So yeah, feel free to reach out if any help, and I hope you enjoyed my birthday card and my tutorial on how I did everything. And hope you have a good day. Thank you.